What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday evening. We are back, the Sunday Social. Good to have everybody in. I think we're live. We got 14 in here already. This is awesome. It's going to make sure everything comes up. And then we'll get rocking and rolling here as we talk about our next ride in the group. Let me just turn that off real fast. Just make sure we have it there. All right, good to have everybody in. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Sunday Social, we're back and better than ever. It's going to be a good time tonight. And we're going to talk about the one, the only, you got it. Let's see, what can I do? Show the chat. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. We're going to talk about Tower of Terror tonight. Yep, that was the one we picked last week. So we got a lot to talk about tonight. We'll get through some quick mousekeeping, and then we'll get right into the content to talk about Tower of Terror. You guys are going to be a little bit somewhat surprised at my picks, or my rankings of this ride tonight. But before we do that, let's do a little bit of mousekeeping. Of course, everybody knows we just went live this morning at Magic Kingdom. Nice small group in there today. Thanks for all those who came out and supported us. We appreciate you all very, very much. We did a character challenge. We met 16 characters today. We saw 16 characters in, I think, less than 3 hours. And that was pretty awesome to see so many. That was really, really cool. And we're going to maybe have a part 2 to that because we only really got to Fantasyland and Tomorrowland. And we got 16 characters in just those 2 lands. We never really made it over to Liberty Square, maybe a little bit. We just got in there when the stream died. We didn't get over to Frontierland. We didn't get over to Adventureland. So there's plenty of other characters to see. And I do want to apologize for that. I know it was an abrupt end to the stream this afternoon. It was really hot out there, and twice the phone overheated on us. And that last time, not only did it overheat, but connection was going. And I don't know why. So we just kind of gave up, and I wasn't able to get it back. So I apologize. Maybe Tuesday night, we might go live from Magic Kingdom for a Happily Ever After fireworks stream. I'm going to look into that. Maybe it might just be me. But we probably will do that Tuesday night, so look for that thumbnail. Remember, the next 2 weekends, definitely next Saturday and next Sunday, we will not be live at all because we're on vacation. We are away, but we will have our Wake Up with Walt Holmes Beach streams in the morning at 7:30 a.m. each morning from Sunday through Friday, I think. We're going to be doing those, so hopefully you guys can join me. Maybe Melissa. She'll probably still be asleep. I'll take you guys around the place where we're staying. I'll take you on the beach, show you the area. It's going to be a lot of fun. Say hi to the chat real fast, and then we'll get back into this. Jeannie's here, 52573. John the B, 820 Chief Dan. There's Melissa. Nico the Greco. What's up, Nick? Shane Wright, Stephanie Danielle, Animal Zone, Monica Odiette, Julie McCowan, Mike Lapine, Iowa Disney Daddy, Heather Springer. What's up, Heathery? Hi, Gregory. How you doing, buddy? Kimberly Hazard, Julie McCowan. Oh, thanks, Julie. I appreciate you saying that. Cynthia Candy Mom, our first member. Puddin, Vicky Pauly, Matt M is here. Bruce Serduker's in the house. Jeff Condon's here. Penny Veal or VL. Michelle Chamberlain. What's up, Michelle? How are you? How's Joe? How are the girls? Hope everybody's doing well. Jim Cletus in the house. And Horizons, Diana. And I think we're up to date. 36 likes already. There you go in the top left-hand corner. It shows right there. Hey, Bill, welcome in. Our likes are always going to be 100 on these home streams. That's kind of our goal. Ethan Smith, welcome in. And already we're at 37. And Joe Chamberlain's here, too. Good to have you in, Joe. Good. Thanks for you and Michelle being here. I appreciate it. So, yeah, it's been fun. The streams have been great. Maybe Tuesday night, I probably will go live. It might just be me, but we're definitely going to do it. We won't be in town for the start of the parade, if you can believe that. We're away. They're starting it Sunday the 20th. Well, we're away that weekend, so we're not even going to be here for the parade. But as soon as we're back from vacation, if it's not Sunday night, it might be Monday or Tuesday night when we get back. We will be doing a live stream from Magic Kingdom that night for our first experience of the parade, and we'll bring you guys along with us. We will definitely stream at least one of the first parade. We might even stream the second one. So if you're up late and you want to experience both, we'll get into all that as time gets closer. Don't forget, of course, we're having our Mouse Talk meetup February 7th. and November 8th. I like that November 8th one better. November 8th, February 7th, Mouse Talk meetup. If you're interested in coming down, we'd love to have you there. Already, some people have already told us they're coming. Where's it going to be? It's going to be at Disney Springs over by House of Blues and Cirque du Soleil. And just send us, if you're coming or not, just send it right there to askmousetalk@gmail.com. I would ask everybody to please send an email. We've gotten some of the people that are in here tonight have already responded. They're coming. Joe and Michelle are going to probably be there for one of them. I know Kimberly Hazard has said she's coming, and some other people are coming as well. It's going to be a great time. We've got a lot of people that have said they're going to be there. So it's going to be nice. It'll be nice and quaint and cozy and fun, and it'll be nice to have everybody there. So if you can make it, just send us an email right there, askmousetalk@gmail.com. And we hope you guys can make it. It would be a lot of fun. We're going to have a little special surprise or gift for everybody that makes it out. We'll do pictures and we'll have fun. And maybe afterwards, when we're done, maybe we'll all hit a park together or something. It'll be a great time. And 82 Airborne, welcome in. Anyway, so there you go. I think we have all of the big stuff out of the way for the mouse keeping. But let's get right into this. So tonight, we're going to talk about, and I'll have the polls up in a minute as we get to each and everything, Tower of Terror. And of course, Tower of Terror was one of those rides that came out with Disney's MGM Studios at that time. Hold on one second. I'm going to pull this up. And it did. It came out with it opened July 22nd, 1994. So it actually didn't open with the park, but it's the centerpiece of the Sunset Boulevard expansion. I guess that was the expansion that came later. And of course, they had the movie with Kirsten Dunst and Steve Guttenberg, I think, was in that. So the Tower of Terror definitely has some history with that park for sure. It's the icon of the park, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Emily Ellis, Shimon, welcome in. Good to see you. All right, I think I'm looking. Tara Enders is also here. Hey, Tara, welcome in. But let's get into this. Let's talk about the Tower of Terror. Is it up again? All right, so it's going to take a minute for the video to load, unfortunately, because it's a pretty big file, so it might take a minute or two for that to come up. But Tower of Terror, look, first thing we'll talk about is the queue. And I actually think the queue is one of those. And I'm going to put the poll up right now. We'll talk about the queue here. Ride queue. Oh, I mean, sorry guys. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to multitask here. I'm waiting for. I have a video I'm trying to show you guys of Tower of Terror, and I can't get it to come up. So that's the issue. Start a poll. All right, ride queue. So the ride queue. I want to know what you guys think of the ride queue. Is it bad? All right. You know the normal. And I can't do these ahead of time because it just won't let us do it. There you go. There's the ride queue. What do you think of the ride queue for Tower of Terror? Good, bad, okay, great. You tell me. Let me know in the chat. I want to hear from you. What is it? There you go. There's the video. So again, is it good, bad, okay? I want to know what you guys think about this ride. For me, I actually think the ride queue is great. I do. I've been on this ride 4 times. I do not like this ride. You know how I feel about drops. You know how I am about heights. But the queue, as you'll see, is fantastic. It really looks like a real hotel that you're going into. I love the inside. The pre-shows are phenomenal. They do such a good job with this queue going into the ride, setting the scene for what's to come. I think it's fantastic. It just is to me. I think it's absolutely amazing. Some people say it's okay. Some people say it's good. For me, I do. I think this is great. It's one of those rides that is totally immersive the whole way through. I kind of wish the queue inside was even a little bit longer. I know you go into the boiler room and all that, and that's all cool. But like this part right now that's coming up on the screen, that first room right there is amazing. It really is incredible. I wish we had more of that. I actually wish you went into several different rooms a little bit more. But it's awesome. They do such a great job. Stephanie Danielle, welcome in. Let's see. When it first opened up, it was a major disappointment after waiting forever in line. It only dropped one time. People were not happy. See? But now they've changed it. Michael Winter, welcome in. Good to see you, buddy. Hope the family's having a good time down here. I know the girls are down. Yeah, the front. I apologize for that for sure. Love the queue once you get inside. Yeah, it really is. I don't even mind the outside queue, to be honest with you. I think it's pretty neat walking into the hotel like that and through the different areas. I think you're 82 Airborne, you're right. The queue details are absolutely amazing. Of course, then you have the different pre-shows that they talk about to kind of set the story of what's going to happen. Stacey Bailey, welcome in. It's one of the queues that you wish you could really explore. Yeah, I agree. I think you're right. I think there's something to that. It's like a live version of Blueprints. I don't know what Blueprints is. I can't speak to that, Jeff. But I do. I think this is awesome. The pre-show is great, setting up the scene of what's going to happen in the elevator, and just the aesthetic of it is awesome. I love the queue. I think the queue is amazing. And we're going to end the poll right there. So 64% of you agree, or 63% of you agree that the queue is just amazing. Bruce and Kim, welcome in. Once we finally got the nerve, we could not stop going on it. Must have been on it 30 times. There you go. See, you love it. They have to dirty it up. Of course they do. Yeah, the movie with Steve Guttenberg was just okay, but the ride is awesome. Well, I agree, Joe. I don't think the movie was anything great, but it was fine. I wish I wasn't such a chicken so I could ride it. Kim, I got to be honest with you. I'm chicken too. I hate drops and I hate heights, but I've done it 4 times, and you're going to be all right. You are. We'll get into the ride right now. We're going to talk about the ride itself. Bruce says the outside queue is almost all covered, very dense with atmosphere, and even has the fans, followed by being indoors with AC and more atmosphere. Yeah, I agree. I think you're all right. I agree with that 100%. Now we'll talk about the ride itself, okay? Let's talk about the ride. This ride is something else. I'm going to put it up right now. What do you guys think about the ride itself? Okay, and same poll. All right, ready? There it is. What do you say about the ride itself? Look, here's what I'll say about the ride. I've done it, like I said, 4 times. You go up, they do the inside thing, which we're about to see in a minute. They show you inside the one area where you open up the doors and you see way down the hallway and you see all the characters. My absolute favorite ride of all time, Michelle says. There you go. John Hazelton, welcome in. So there you go. Go ahead and vote. Here's what I'll say about this ride for me. Okay, Alvy, what's up, Al? Welcome in. Hope you and Renee are doing well. Matt, Simba 2, welcome in. Teresa Potline, welcome in. Good to see Teresa. Here's what I'll say. I remember the first time I went on this ride. I went with Walter. Walter was what? It was 1998. It was the first year we ever went. So Walter was what? No, it was the second year, 2007. So Walter was like 9 or 10 years old. Walter and I did the ride. What I didn't know about this ride, because I didn't know anything. When we went, I just thought it was going to be a drop. I thought we were going to go up, and it was just going to drop. So when we went up, and then the ride went out, I was freaking out. It totally shocked me and stunned me that it did that. I didn't know it was going to do that. I thought it was going to be your basic drop. You go up, and then you just fall. I didn't realize that you go up, and then you go out and around, and then you hook in, and then you go down. That's the part that got me. And it's one of the things I think makes that ride so great. Now, as everybody has talked about, Stephanie Daniel says, I keep my eyes shut majority of the ride. Me too. What I'll say about it is this. You're right. In the old days, it used to do just that. One drop and it was over. I think I could handle it better if it was still the one drop and it's over. The up and down, up and down, up and down. Like this scene right here, as you're seeing on the screen now, right here. This one. That's really cool. I love that effect. But the up and down, a little bit of a drop, up, a little bit of a drop, a big drop, bigger drop, way up, big drop. That's the part I can't do. Okay, I can't do it. I think I would do this ride more if this ride had, and here's my score. I still think it's great, okay? The ride is a great ride. But I think I would be able to do it more if it was just one drop. Right, and Walter, our oldest, has not ridden the ride since. He won't ride it. I can't do... I can't do the multiple drops. I think I could do it better, and I probably would do it more often and go on this ride more for you guys if I knew it was just going to be up, over, and down, and you're done. But this is the part that got me the first time I ever rode it. When that door opened and we went out, I was like, oh my God, what is going on? I didn't understand what was going on. I just thought it was going to be an up and drop. And when it did all this, it totally freaked me out. Yeah, Joe, that's the thing. The shaking and the vibrating. Look, this is a great ride. That's why I give it a great. It really is. The technology behind it, the theming of it, the story they're telling, it's fantastic for folks. And that part right there, when it spreads open like that, that's the doors opening, and you know it's coming at that point. In the beginning, it kept shutting down. They figured out the problem. Yeah, they did. I can't. I can't do Tower of Terror that much. I just can't do it. Amy says the ride is thrilling. You never know what drops you're going to get. Love, love, love Tower of Terror. And if you get to see TJ and talk with TJ. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Amy was telling us about that. But that's, this ride is a great ride. Don't get me wrong. But as someone who's definitely afraid of heights, and I've gotten worse as the years have gone on, it makes it very difficult for me. But I'm going to be fair. I mean, it's a great ride. It is computerized, so the drops vary every ride. Love it. Yeah, Jim, exactly. Yeah. Keith coming. Yeah, is Keith here? Who did I miss? Oh, double up Donnie. Keith, welcome in. The second you feel that outside heat, you know it's about to get real. Exactly. That's right. Yep. I don't like free fall rides, but Tower of Terror I absolutely love. Something different about how it drops, then it's not as bad. I don't know. I can't do it. All right, but now let's talk about what I always like to talk about with you guys. Is the juice worth the squeeze, right? So is the juice worth the squeeze? I don't know. Is it? You tell me. Are you waiting 10 to 20 minutes? Are you waiting 20 to 30 minutes? Are you waiting 30 to 40 minutes? Or are you willing to wait 40 or more? So it's going to be A, 10 to 20, B, 20 to 30, C, 30 to 40, 40 or more. A, B, C, D. Oh, let me end the other poll. 74% of you said it's a great ride. Now, I'm going to ask you, how long are you waiting for this ride? How long? Is the juice worth the squeeze? $10 to $20, $20 to $30. I'm going to send this out right now. $30 to $40, $40 or more. There it is. What are you guys waiting for this ride? I'm going to put mine up on the screen right now. For me, it's going to be B, 20 to 30 minutes. I'm not going to wait long for this ride, okay? It's great. Don't get me wrong, and I get it. But I'm not going to wait for this ride. Again, because of the scary part of it for me, having to wait a long time is just going to make it that much harder for me to ride it. Because now I've got time to think about it. I can't do that. Wendy Mensa, welcome in. I wrote it when it was new, one big drop. I had my first realization that I felt I was going to die. Panic attack. Never again. For those who can handle, it's a great ride. Exactly, Wendy. For me, I'm not that, luckily for me, I'm not that bad. I don't get panic attacks from it. But I get it. I totally get it. The drops are, a free fall drop for me. And it's not even a free fall. From what I hear, they pull you down. It's a pull. It's not just a free fall. I just can't. It's hard for me. So I can't wait long wait times for this. But I want to hear what everybody else has to say. Lovely Ocean Eyes. Welcome in, Crystal. Right? It is Crystal, I think. I want to make sure I got that right. The anxious anticipation of not knowing what the pattern is just terrifying. But I can usually deal with the drop. See, there you go. This is one of the few rides I'll wait over an hour for, says Iowa Disney Dad. There you go. I get it. I do. I get it. I really do. 40 minutes is my limit. There you go, Mike says. Less than 40 only because it's not new to me anymore. Totally understand that. Melissa does not like the ride Horizons. No, she's not a big fan of it. I don't see the poll. Yeah, it's there. It's there. You guys should see it now. People are voting on it. I can see the vote. Just refresh your screen. You should be able to see it. Let's see. Much as I love it, I would only wait 40 minutes, maybe 45. Walt, I've never been on it. I was able to ride the rock and roller coaster. Can I do it? Horizon, it just depends on whether or not how you feel about free falls. If you're okay with free falls, if you did rock and roller coaster, I think you'll be okay. But it's a different sensation. It's not the same. So it's hard to really say. You know, I think they're two totally, completely different rides. So it's hard to say. Teresa Holmes, welcome in. She says, good evening, all. I missed the polls. I'm not riding at all. You can only drop me once, and that was over 10 years ago. Yep, I get it. I get it. Matt says it depends. If you live there, you might not be willing to wait long. But if you only go every 2 years, you might be willing to wait longer. Exactly, Matt. And that's how you got to look at this. Okay? I agree with you. If you're a local, I don't think you're going to have the same. You can't look at it in that way. Think of it as if you're only down once a year. Are you going to ride it? How long are you waiting? You're right. Because if you're a local, I don't even know really that I would even wait 20 to 30 minutes, to be honest with you. But I wanted to give it something. Ethan says to try my best not to wait more than 20 minutes for anything at Walt Disney World. There you go. Hey, what's up, Jennifer? Welcome in. She says, love this ride. More drops, the better. Always worth the wait. There you go. Let's see. Cynthia says, it has to be a walk-on for me to go again because I hate it. Got to get me on before I change. Yeah, exactly. I'm the same way, Cynthia. Get me on before I change my mind. Joe says, love Tower of Terror, but the same ride in LA with Guardians made me wobbly. Interesting. I wonder if it's the screens, Joe. Maybe it was the screens. Amy says, I get excited when the wait time is set to 13 minutes. That means I'll get to ride it over and over. That's true. We live a long way, so 30 to 40. I totally get it. Hey, Mandy, welcome in. Is it scarier than Guardians of the Galaxy? Horizons, I guess it depends on what your definition of scary is. I don't find Guardians of the Galaxy scary at all. I find it exhilarating. I find it to be fun. But there's no drops in Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's part of the, to me, if you're one that just doesn't like that, if you don't like to just free fall, then I don't know how you're going to feel about Tower of Terror. Roller coasters are all this and, woo, woo, woo. That's not what Tower of Terror is. Tower of Terror is up, over, drop, 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 up, drop, up, drop, drop. Yeah, it's hard to give you a real definitive answer on that. And Melissa's right. She said it just depends on what you can handle. Because she loves Guardians of the Galaxy, but she does not like Tower of Terror. And that's how I am. I love Guardians. Tower of Terror, no, it's not my thing. I can't do it. I'm trying to read all the comments here. And don't get me wrong, it's all about personal preference with this. Welcome in me, you, and Mickey too. My son and DIL got evacuated from this ride. My daughter-in-law, this ride this past Monday. 30 minutes, they're stuck. They were stuck. Thank goodness they were near the bottom floor. My son said he was done. Probably won't ride again. I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to be mid-drop and all of a sudden it's, we're broken down. I totally get that. Well, me, you, and Mickey too. Welcome in. I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. Horizon, I don't like drops. I like loops and spins and twists. And you probably won't like it, Horizons. But I still think you should try it. Because what you think you don't like, you might not mind it. And if you do it once and you come off and you don't feel good and you're scared to death, then just don't ride it again. It's just that simple. But I think you got to do everything at least once. BA and B&A, welcome in. I hate drops. I get it. Me too. I've been able to enjoy every other attraction, but not the free falling, Wendy says. I'm with you. I don't like free falls. I just can't do it. No, Tower of Terror in DCA is gone. No, I'm talking about Tower of Terror at Disney World. Walt Disney World. The Tower of Terror, it's Guardians Mission Breakout or whatever it's called. Cosmic Rewind or whatever it is out there. Mission Breakout. Yeah, it's totally different now. But it's still a drop. It's just different. They have different screens on different things. It's still a drop ride. That isn't high enough to bother me, Mandy, but I get motion. There you go. Steve says, and again, YouTube doesn't tell me that Mouse Talk is live. Sorry, Steve. Make sure you clicked that you get all notifications. That might be why. But good to see you. Anyway, all right. So now let's get to the next thing that we always like to talk about. And we talk about, we want to talk about the merchandise on this now, okay? because we always like to talk merchandise. Well, let me end that poll, and everybody said I'm actually surprised at that. A lot of people will wait. 33% they said they'd wait 30 to 40 minutes. Not bad at all. All right, next poll. Let's talk merchandise with this ride. Okay, I'm going to put the poll up just like normal. Merchandise. What do you guys think about the merchandise? Now look, like every other ride, or like most rides, I think that the merchandise is there, right? You come off the ride, you see the Tower of Terror merchandise. What do you guys think of the merchandise? Here's mine. I say it's good. I don't think it's great merchandise. It's a little bit better than okay, and I'll give you my reason why. Michael said, I agree with Walt. I've done it twice, hated it the first time, but went back a second time just to make sure I didn't like it. I do not like the free fall sensation. That's me, Michael, and it's different for everybody, but I'm the same way. When you ask when you ask if change the ride, I am chaining myself. My wife loves the ride. Well, we're going to get to that in a little bit. The store at the exit has some great stuff at times. Here's the thing. Here's what I'll say about the merchandise at Tower of Terror. It's good. I do. I think it's good. I do. But you got to love the ride first and foremost. And I think some of it is better than others. And they don't have a ton in there. Like Haunted Mansion's got that entire store. Some portions of the Tower of Terror is either artwork or in some of it's Nightmare Before Christmas. We were in there today. Or on Saturday I went in there. They have Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't think they have enough of it. So, excuse me. That burp is sponsored by D&G Explorers. So I don't know. And by the way, guys, 28 likes to 100. So hit that like button. I think they need more. I think they should have I don't know, just different things that they could do. We were in there on Saturday. I was in there on Saturday. I showed some of the stuff. Some of the t-shirts and all are really cool. They have some good ideas. But I think they could do better. And they need to do more. Again, there was a whole portion of that store that was all Nightmare Before Christmas. Another portion of the store was artwork and stuff like that. So if you really get down to it, I don't feel like they do have a lot in that store that's Tower of Terror. They have some. And what they have is good stuff. But it's not great, in my opinion. I don't like any stores, but that particular gift shop has some nice stuff. Joe says the store at the X has some great stuff, says Matt. Love to older Tower of Terror merch. Current merch is just okay, Mike says. Compared to Pirates or Star Wars merch, it doesn't measure up. Yeah, I would agree, Jeff. Kimberly says, I agree, they need more merchandise. Not sure why they have all the Nightmare Before Christmas stuff in there. I don't know why either, Joe. I was thinking that on Saturday when I went in there. I'm like, I was looking at some of the t-shirts. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. I love that t-shirt. Oh, that one's cool too. Different little nods that they did. Some of the ways they talked about the ride and the cool things, that was all great. I loved it. But then I looked over to my left and there's this whole section of Nightmare Before Christmas. I guess you got to put something in there, right? And that's what they put in there. But I think they could do better. I think they could, find ways of putting different things in there. I'm almost reluctant to go with everybody else. I'm almost inclined to do like everybody else. 36% of you said okay. 36% of you said good. I am fine with either one of those. I don't think the merchandise is great because I just don't think they have enough of it. That's all I'm saying. I think what they do with the merchandise, they do a nice job. Dawn Sumption, welcome in. Evening, Walt. I agree with you. I think they need more Tower of Terror merch. Nightmare merch makes no sense to me. Not in there, it doesn't. Not in there. To me, it doesn't. I would agree 100%. I don't know why that merchandise is in there. Stephanie says, did they always have Nightmare Before Christmas merch in there? I don't remember. I don't remember either because we don't do the ride enough to come out of there to really see the merch. Teresa says, took our daughter. She was 8. We didn't tell her about the free fall. After the ride, she was upset with us. We told her, you survived, right? She agreed. Today, it's her ultimate favorite ride. Teresa, good for you. That's fantastic. That's awesome. I'm not telling you what it is. See, that's how, you know what? Sometimes that's what you got to do. Did you ever get the painting of the Bellman by a Disney artist? No, Animal Zone, I did not. Where else would you put Nightmare merchandise? I don't know, but I don't. I just put it in the Emporium. Just put it in the Emporium, or put it in one of the main stores at the front of Hollywood Studios, or the Five and Dime store. I just don't understand why they put it in Tower of Terror. There's plenty of places they could put it. It doesn't match with anything. It certainly doesn't match with the ride. That would be like saying putting Nightmare Before Christmas in the Haunted Mansion. You know? It might even make a little more sense going there. I just don't see why it's a Tower of Terror. But that's just me. And again, the merchandise is really, really good. If they ever can redo the movie and make it better, and then they talked about Scarlett Johansson possibly doing something, that worries me. But we'll see what happens. So there you go. Merchandise, you guys, 37% of you say it's okay. All right, now let's get to the big thing. Let me get to the big thing now. Let me get this going here. Let me get that off the screen. All right, now we'll come down to the big thing, the importance of this ride. What is the importance of this ride to that park, and not only to the park, to Walt Disney World? Is it A, hey, I'm not going to miss it? B, I'll be a little sad, but you know what? I'm sure what replaces it's going to be better. C, I'm upset. I'm upset, but I'll get over it. Or D, I am chaining myself to this ride. This ride isn't going anywhere. So, all right, ride importance. I'm just going to put A, B, C, or D. I'm not writing it all out. A, B, C, or D. A, nope, I'm not going to miss it. B, I'll be a little sad, but I'm sure whatever replaces it's going to be better. C, I'm upset, but I'll get over it. Or D, I'm chaining myself to this ride. It ain't going nowhere. I want to hear what you guys got to say. 41% so far say, nope, I am not. This ride's not going anywhere. Teresa says merchandise could be better. All right, so this is, again, just my opinion. It won't be missed. It won't. I'm sorry. For me, again, I don't like the ride. I'm not going to do the ride. I don't like drops. So for me, if they were to say tomorrow the Tower of Terror is going away, I'm not going to miss it. I'm not. It's the icon of the park, and I get that. But for me, of all the icons at all four parks, if this icon went away, this is the one that wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't. I'm sorry. It just wouldn't. So for me, this is A. I know I'm the only one that's going to be on this list. I won't miss it if it goes away. It's just not my ride. It's a great ride. Don't get me wrong. It's a great theme. It's a great ride. The merchandise is pretty cool and all that. But it's not a ride that I like. I don't like it. I don't. It's not my kind of ride. I'm afraid of it, to be honest with you. So I won't miss it if it goes. It's the symbol of studios. It would be like getting rid of Spaceship Earth. See, I disagree, Joe. I disagree. I don't think so at all. Because to be honest with you, it wasn't the symbol of the park for the longest time. At first, it was the Eiffel Tower, if I remember correctly. And then it was the Sorcerer Hat was the actual icon for the park. So it wasn't originally. It was like the third choice after the first two choices were gone. So I don't know. And to be honest with you, I think they could come up with something else if they did. So I understand what you're saying, and it is the icon now, but it wasn't originally the icon. Chris Nedlin, welcome him. It's iconic visually in the park, and from a distance outside of the park, it stays. I get it. I totally, and again, it's all opinion here. I totally get it. And 42% of you said, I'm chaining myself to it. Michelle says she is taking back her like to the Waltz Road of A. I'm sorry. It's just not my thing. I get it. That ice water tastes good tonight. I still say the icon of the park should be the Chinese theater. I'm okay with that too, Stacy. You know what? That's the only park where the icon really changes. It's always been the tree at Animal Kingdom. It's always been Spaceship Earth, and it's always been the castle. Hollywood Studios, first off, it's because Hollywood Studios lacks an identity anymore. It doesn't even have an identity anymore. So that whole park's a mess. Happiness. Jennifer says Tower of Terror and Haunted Mansion are classics, changing myself to it. There you go. See? They says, I still say the icon of the park should be the Chinese Tower. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that either. If they were if tomorrow Hollywood Studios said the Chinese theater is now the icon of the park, and that's where they put on all the stuff, I don't have a problem with that. Christina, welcome in. Good to see you. Yes, it's my Leaky Luigi. It really is. If you guys were watching the stream today, Melissa had it in her bag, which, by the way, I told her not to take it. I said, it leaks. Don't put it in your bag. We can leave it at home. No, you need to have water. I'll bring it. No problem. I'll put it in my bag. We go in and see the characters. It leaks all over the place. But it's fantastic. The ice does not melt all day long in there. It's awesome. Steve says, yeah, I'm not crazy about Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout with those drops. And Teresa says, I actually like looking at the Tower of Terror, especially around the holidays with the projections. Holidays are great. Projections are cool. That's the leaky comment, Sid. It has, Joe. I just think that Hollywood Studios has lost an identity. It shouldn't even be called Hollywood Studios anymore. It's not even a studio anymore. It's not even a working studio anymore. You know, almost every aspect of what the studios was originally about is gone. I think really the only thing left that has any inclination of a studio is the Indiana Jones. So I don't know what they're doing over there. I think it's iconic that a park with no identity is also so beautiful to walk through at night. Agreed, Jeff. And at Christmas time, it's a totally different park. It's one of our favorites at Christmas time. The retro decorations and all that they put up around Hollywood Studios is amazing. We really, really enjoy it. 19 likes to 100, guys. Hit that like button. I would agree with you. It's very pretty. Look, I think all the parks are beautiful at night. I think the least beautiful at night, and you guys are probably going to disagree with me, but I think the least beautiful at night is Epcot. I think when you go around the World Showcase, it's kind of dark in certain areas. There's really not a lot of lights going on around there at night. Spaceship Earth is great, but other than that, I don't think Epcot really is that pretty at night. I don't. Magic Kingdom's amazing at night. Animal Kingdom is fantastic at night. Not that you can ever be in there at night. But over in Pandora, the bioluminescence and all is amazing. And Hollywood Studios is beautiful at night. Totally agree with stay at night just to walk around. It's true. I do think that park is very pretty at night. Yeah, the bag dries pretty good. I have all the items in my backpack drying on the kitchen table. She does. L means leaking cup. Yes, it does. Dan says, sure miss the old park, not a movie park anymore. It's not. It's really not a movie park anymore. All right, let me end that poll. All right, so there you go. It's in the books. We talked about Tower of Terror. I like reading everybody's chat. Tree says, I will miss it. We started a family photo in front of the ride when my mom went, which we take one every time we go to the park. That's nice, Teresa. I think that's fantastic. It's my favorite at Christmas. Yep. Agree, Walt Studios and Magic Kingdom are a lot of fun just to stroll around at night. They are. They really are. Again, Epcot, we love Epcot. And there's so many different things about Epcot that's great. But if there's one area for Epcot that lacks, and I got to say this, and I know a lot of people probably aren't going to agree with me, even at Christmas, it's lighting and decorations. The tree at Epcot's great, but they don't do a ton of decorations. Look, Epcot's my favorite park at Christmas, but it's not because of the decorations. It's because of the storytellers. It's because of the music. It's because of the cookie stroll. It's because of the candlelight processional. The decorations are fine, but they could be better. Magic Kingdom knocks it out of the park on Main Street for decorations, but that's where they lack at Christmas time because they don't do any other part of the park. They just do Main Street. Hollywood Studios is awesome during Christmas time. It really, really is. See, Melissa loves Epcot at night. I like it. It's relaxing, but it's dark in a lot of areas. There's not enough lights to make it nice. Disney's Hollywood Experience? Maybe. Just call it something else. Just change the whole name. Doesn't even have to be Hollywood. Just call it Disney's Adventure Park or something like that, or Disney IP. We're going to call it the Disney IP Park. There you go. I love Hollywood Studios. I miss the wizard hat. Really, Teresa? I didn't like where they had the hat because it covered up the Chinese theater. See, Animal Zone, I don't think Christmas is coming late. The first Christmas party is November 7th, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, November 7th is the first Christmas party. So they're gonna have the holiday stuff up early. I thought it was supposed to be around the 14th or 15th. That obviously wasn't right because you're not gonna have a Christmas party on November 7th and the decorations aren't up. So those decorations are going up early. Sears has a beautiful tree in Echo Lake at Christmas. Isn't it, Joe? I think it's Melissa's favorite tree. And it's right there with me. I think it's probably my favorite tree as well. I love the one at Magic Kingdom, but it's just something about that one at Hollywood Studios. I would agree with that. Diana says, I agree, Walt, about the lack of decorations at Epcot. I think Hollywood Studios is the best for Christmas decorations. Diana, in a lot of ways it is. A lot of that retro that they have over there really hits home for me. It kind of takes me back to my childhood when I was a kid, so I get it. It's an absolute fabulous park at Christmas time, which we actually didn't do that much last year. I'm sorry we didn't. That's going to change this year. Yeah, Stacy said they used to do fantastic decorations at Christmas. Now they've cut down what they do. Yeah, they have, and that's too bad. Dave says Christmas at Hollywood Studios is his favorite decorations. I get it. I think it's Melissa's favorite too. Yeah, Melissa, there you go. She says it in the chat. Her favorite tree is the Echo Lake tree. It really is a pretty tree. And if you guys didn't know this, you probably all know it. But if you don't, and it might even be in the app, Melissa or somebody in chat, correct me if I'm wrong. They do, every night, they do a tree lighting ceremony at Hollywood Studios. And I had it on video last year. I'll try to do it again this year. But they do actually a tree lighting ceremony every night at Hollywood Studios when they're about to light the tree for the first time. Now, I don't know if they do it at Epcot. I don't remember if they do it at Magic Kingdom too, the tree lighting ceremony. They probably do because I know they do the thing with the castle with Elsa and Anna. But did you guys know, did anybody know that? Troy McDonald, welcome in from Maine. Welcome in. Yes, I know. Yeah, I think November 14th was wrong, gang. I think the first party, and you guys can all look it up. I think the first party is November 7th. And now they have Jollywood Nights, which makes it even better at Christmas. Thank you, Troy. I appreciate you. When they had Osborne lights on Streets of America, it was amazing. Joe, we never got to experience it. Isn't that sad? We never got to experience it. It was gone by the time we got down here, or by the time we started coming around Christmas time, it was gone. Yeah, one of my regrets about Disney, probably my biggest, is that. I want more decorations in all the parks, Cynthia says. Cynthia, here's the thing. Let me rant for a minute. Absolutely 100% correct. I don't understand why at Magic Kingdom the majority of the decorations are just on Main Street and a little bit of the hub. Now you'll get a little bit in Frontierland and a little bit in Adventureland and a little bit, but I mean, like, go all out throughout the entire park. Do it in all these parks. It would be so much more immersive. It would be so much more fun. They don't. They do it in certain areas, and then they just it falls off. And it's just sad. It's too bad, because I'm like, man, Main Street at Christmas time, during a Christmas party, when the parade's coming down Main Street, just magical. It's a 10 out of 10. It really is. But then you go over to Adventureland, and there's like no signs of Christmas anywhere. You go over to Frontierland, and there's some garland on the poles that's not very garlandy, and that's it. And I'm like, man. Even like Liberty Square, which is America, right? USA, America at its core, you would think that area would at least be really decorated. Nope. You have seen the tree lighting ceremony, Jim. Good, good. That's awesome. Osborne lights were phenomenal. Yeah, everybody's talking about the Osborne light. Why can we not get ornaments on the tree of life? I don't know. Disney is still going strong tonight before closing. Yeah, I'm sure it is. I missed the draped lights on the castle. Me too, Animal Zone. Magic Kingdom needs to spread it out, not enough at all. It's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I think that they could really, when I think of Christmas, I don't want to if I come off of Main Street and certain areas of the park, it's not going to feel like Christmas anymore. And I don't like that. I think there's certain areas where it could really, there's the turrets in the back by the mine train, right? Put those turrets, put some lights on those turrets, garland on those turrets or stuff like that. There's just things they could do. I don't know. I just think they could. Yeah, I mean, Tomorrowland, the stage has some Christmas stuff because that's where they do one of the dance parties for the Christmas party. That's it. The rest of Tomorrowland really doesn't have anything. And they could really do it up. I don't know. I just think they could do more. Wouldn't it be cool if each area was decorated to the part of that park theme? Yeah, exactly. But it's got to be Christmas. It's got to scream Christmas. I watched your stream last year when they lit the tree at Hollywood Studios. It was awesome. That's what it was, Dan. I streamed it. Okay. I've read that they do the lighting ceremony at Hollywood Studios for the first Jollywood Nights party. Okay, but I do know they do it every night. Cheyenne Hubbard, welcome in. Hey, guys. Figured I'd drop in and say hi before bed. Got to get up at 2:45. Oh, my God. 2:45 for work. God bless you. All right, gang. So that is it. Now it's time. Let's pick our next ride topic or ride attraction. It could be an attraction that we're going to be discussing in 2 weeks. Remember, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. No Sunday night next week. No Sunday social. We are on vacation. We are down at Anna Maria Island. We're going to be on vacation. Don't come visit. I'm on vacation with my family. All right, here we go. Drum roll, please. I might throw it back if I don't like it. All right, what did we get? We got... No, we're not doing that one. It wasn't a ride. I'll just leave it at that. Dawn says, went to Epcot for the first time last year, and the storytellers were my favorite. Candlelight processional with Josh Gad was awesome, and the decorations in the tree were beautiful. It is. I agree. I think that's why it's my favorite. All right, here we go. All right. It is what it is. We got to do it at some point, so we might as well get it out of the way. When we come back in 2 weeks, this is what we're going to be discussing. Actually, I think this could be an interesting conversation. Oh, don't look at my nails. I was outside working. Sorry. Mission Space. There you go. Mission Space. Mission Space in 2 weeks, guys. That's going to be... Ooh, I don't know if I have any good words for that ride. Melissa and I will have to get ready and talk about that one. But Mission Space will be the one. I'll put the stream up pretty soon, the thumbnail for that. And from there, we'll discuss. Cheater. It was going to be Canada far and wide. That's what I had picked, was Canada far and wide. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. I threw that. So I threw that one back, and I got Mission Space. Mission Space lame. Exactly. Well, that's what we're going to discuss. I want to really hear what people... I think I already know where... It has been a while. Yeah, Diana, exactly. So Mission Space is what we're going to be discussing. All right, look, before we head out, good news. We are going to be the first-time grandparents. Yay! Congratulations, Teresa. Hearts in the chat for Teresa Patlam. She's going to be a grandparent. That's very exciting. Good for you. Thank you, guys. Again, real fast, don't forget, maybe a stream Tuesday night. More than likely, yes. It'll be the last thing we do for a little while we're on vacation. Again, we have our Mouse Talk meetup November 8th, February 7th. Would love to see a lot of people show up for that. If you can make it, that's great. If you can't, no problem. We're going to probably stream it, or at least a portion of it, so you guys can see it and see who showed up and see what happened. And maybe if you can't make one, maybe you can make the other. But if you think you might make it, just let me know. Just send us an email to askmousetalk@gmail.com. We have so many people that have already said they're coming, and I think that's absolutely amazing. And we're very, very, very honored and humbled that anybody would even want to come see us and meet up with us. Uh, and I get it. It's not just for us. You want to meet everybody else that's in the chat that comes in. We get that too. But we appreciate that. And other than that, gang, look, I appreciate all of you being here. Thank you for the super chats. Any PayPals, members, your extra generosity and loyalty is amazing. We did go over 18,700. We actually got to 18,707. So we're creeping slowly but surely. But we are creeping to that 19,000 mark. I really would like to get to 20,000 before the end of the year. We still got about 5 months left. Hopefully we'll make it. We can hopefully get, what, 1,300 in 5 months? What's that? How many is that over the course of each month? What's that like? I don't know. I can't do that math. Somebody do the math for me. What's that like? 300 a month? Something like that? A little less than 300 a month? We can do it. Anyway, all right, gang. Thank you all very much. I hope to see you all Tuesday night. Again, look for that stream. Other than that, when we do go on vacation, don't also forget we're going to do the Wake Up with Walt at the beach. I'll show you guys the beach. We'll walk around. We'll talk Disney. We'll talk ocean. We'll talk all kinds of fun stuff. All right, gang. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you all really, really soon. And until next time. Oh, Ninja Watchers, too. Thank you for all the Ninja Watchers. Take care of yourselves and each other. Good night, everybody. Mission Space.